We are here in the Caesars Poker Room for the second round of the NBC Heads Up Championship. Paul Wasicka here just defeated Joe Hachem. He's going to be moving on. Now, when you knew you were going to have to play Joe today, what were your feelings on that?
You know, I've played him in the past, never heads up, but at a ring game, and I was pretty confident in my reads against him. He's a great player. He plays a style very similar to mine, likes to see a lot of flops and play position heavily. And, you know, I was pretty confident going in, although I didn't have as much time to prepare because I thought I was going to play at 1, and I ended up having to get up at 9. So, you know, I didn't have as much time to prepare as I like to, but, you know, he's got a style very similar to mine, so with that knowledge, I kind of used a strategy that I thought counters my style, you know, and I used that in the match. I was following my reads throughout the whole match, which...
They were accurate?
Yeah, they're pretty right on. The last hand I had to suck out, but that wasn't a matter of reading. In fact, I thought...
What happened on the last hand?
He raised on the button, and he was pretty liberally raising on the button, and I decided to come over the top with an ace-3 because I had a 3-4... 3/4 of chips in play. Yeah. And so I decided to try to pot commit myself, so I made it 9,000, and then he goes all in, and I just thought he had a huge hand, but the dealer's telling me it's 20,000, so I'm like, man, I thought I pot committed myself, but I guess not. And so I'm thinking, counting out my chips, and then the dealer's like, wait, it's only 15,000. I'm like, well, now I got to call. And so I called. He had an ace-9, but got a favorable flop and got there on the river with a flush. So the last hand, you know, I knew I was beat, but, you know, the math came into play very heavily there. Throughout the entire match, though, you know, I made some pretty big calls. There's one call with middle pair on a 4-card straight board. So that was a pretty big one. And, you know, throughout the entire match, I just felt like things were going my way. Whenever I'd fold, you know, my button, he just woke up with an ace, you know, in the big blind. You know, just luck like that where, you know, you can't really predetermine it, but, you know, just things go your way.
So it seems like you've been playing pretty well lately. Obviously, you had a great showing at the LA Poker Classic, and then yesterday you toured through Ellie, and then now you just beat Joe. Mm-hmm. So you being optimistic about tomorrow? Very.
I'm going to play either TJ or Tuan Lee. So, you know, I'm going to have to do a little bit more studying. I've never really played with either of them, so I've played a little bit with both of them, but, you know, I'll have to do a lot of studying up on how they do in heads-up play. Tuan, so far, he's been all in within the first, 3 or 4 minutes in both rounds. So
yeah, him and Antonio were over in about probably 8 or 9 minutes the entire match.
Yeah, so, you know, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be a much different style if I play him. I'm going to have to adjust quite a bit. Probably going to have to gamble a little bit more, but, you know, I don't even know who it's going to be yet, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Great. Well, we wish you luck tomorrow. Thank you very much, and congratulations on moving on. This is Lizzie Harrison with Paul Wasicka for Card Player TV.